The injury was really bad. It was broken completely. The bones were separate.
I haven't cried so much in my life of 65 years.
Many of us trust them with our lives. Hospitals and the people behind them who keep devising effective solutions for all forms of ailments of the human body and try to make healthcare more accessible to the common man. That is why they are the healthcare evangelists of India. In today's episode, we feature Pune-based Jehangir Hospital. Founded on a strong family tradition, the hospital started as a nursing home in 1946 with under 50 beds and is today a 350-bed multi-speciality tertiary care looking at further expansion and additional patient-friendly facilities.
It was set up in 1946. At that time, there was this very famous physician in Pune by the name of Dr. Koyaji. He was a legend, and he felt that there was a need for a private institution. So it was therefore set up as the Jehangir Nursing Home by my grandparents to give quality, personalized care to patients of the underprivileged class and also who are not underprivileged.
Since its inception, the goal of Jehangir Hospital was to create a facility that offered high-quality, personalized care at an affordable price to the people of Pune and the surrounding regions. Over a period of 71 years, the institution has successfully managed to live up to its goal.
Our patient mix is about 40% is insurance-based patients. They come with various insurance policies, the rest are all cash. The last 2 years we have not revised our tariff compared to market standards, but we do give a lot of weightage to patient feedback on various tariff, especially poor patients who cannot afford.
The hospital boasts of dedicated consultants and compassionate staff. A strong family spirit is instilled in every employee at Jehangir Hospital, as the institution believes in maintaining lasting bonds with its staff and patients alike.
We bring to our patients not only technology but also care, which is at a more human level. So we are not just talking highest advanced technological care, but we are also talking about the softness that we provide, the comfort to the patient that we provide, the improvement in quality of life that we provide.
सुरुवातीला काम म्हणून मी इकडे आलो होतो कामासाठी. नंतर इथे गोडी लागली, पेशंटची सेवा करायची वेळ लागली आणि तिथून मग गोडी वाढत गेली. बाहेरून जो कोण पेशंट येतो आमच्या पहिल्या हॉस्पिटलची निर्माण करतो, जहांगीर हॉस्पिटलची चॉईस करतो. नंतर तो इथं आल्यानंतर तो इथून समाधानी होऊन गेला पाहिजे, त्याचा आधार सगळं पूर्णपणे बरं होऊन आनंदी होऊन घरी गेलं पाहिजे, हा आमचा उद्देश असतो आणि त्यामुळे आमचा इथं इंटरेस्ट वाढत गेला.
But to survive and flourish in the medical sector for 7 long decades, it was imperative for the hospital to keep up with the changing technologies.
Until sometime in the late 80s, we were a 120-bed nursing home giving very good care, but secondary care. So we wanted to expand, and we couldn't go any further at that point because all the structures were ground floor structures with gardens all around, very pleasant for the patients, but unfortunately no place to grow. So we had to go up. So that's when we tied up with Apollo Hospitals, which, as you perhaps know, is the leading hospital group in the country. And they brought in the expertise to convert it to what it is now, which is a 350-bedded multi-specialty tertiary care hospital.
Besides adopting latest technologies, the hospital has also upgraded its specialities to cover a wider range of ailments and improve accessibility for patients.
I was in great pain. I was shouting like an animal. From 64 kg, my weight was 52 kgs in 1 year. No food, I couldn't sit, I couldn't walk. Only going to toilet with 2-3 friends. Nurse was kept there to give me bath.
60-year-old Neelam Bhalerao is a retired professor living in Pune. Always having lived an active professional and personal life, she was least prepared for the fate that life subjected her to.
I fell twice in 2015, but that time it was not serious. It started on 25th November 2015. Then I went to my family doctor, he treated me, but it was not stopping.
She started getting this chronic back pain. So initially the pain was not much, she accepted it as a part of life and went on with it. But suddenly the pain became very severe. She started getting sciatica, like shooting pains down the leg. So she started consulting various doctors. She even underwent some semi-surgical procedure and something, but never got relief.
So I was only crying, I was in pain, I was blaming myself.
She became completely homebound, like a person who was very active in educationist and everything like that, and continuously suffering. And that takes a toll on the family also, because even the caregivers, they have to put up with firstly this illness, and the depression part and everything starts creeping in.
And my husband and my younger son, they were with me, and they took me to the operation theatre. I was very tensed and I was praying all the time, and after 20-25 minutes I asked her that please tell me when you are going to start this procedure. She said, Mrs. Bhalerao, we have finished the procedure.
So we did certain procedures, like it is called as transforaminal epidural, caudal epidural. All these procedures, they are done under some guidance, either a CT scan guidance or a fluoroscopy guidance or USG guidance. So you know precisely the target which you want to hit. And these procedures gave her immense relief, like more than 50% relief, so she could go back on rehab. So now some amount of pain is definitely going to be there, because I have not taken away the cause. But she has again gone back to her usual routine self.
I walked out and then I told myself that look, your pain has reduced to 50%. Now remaining 50% is in my hands. Now I can fight. And a new phase in my life started. And all this thanks to pain management center.
Emergency medicine is a fairly new speciality which was introduced in India in 1999 and adopted by Jehangir Hospital soon after. During an emergency, when an ambulance rushes to the patient, it is the staff member in the ambulance who plays the role of the first responder at a time when the difference between life and death can be a matter of only a few seconds.
Emergencies, that is pre-hospital, that is what we have 1066 emergency. That's the first emergency network in India. It is called National Network of Emergency Services. It is called 1066. Yeah. So pre-hospital care, that is the extension of the hospital into the community. It means the hospital reaching the place and the treatment starting at the site, because the pre-hospital care is such that the people who accompany the ambulances, they are trained in emergency, like the doctor is trained in emergency, the paramedic is trained in emergency, the drivers are trained in basic life support.
Intricate in design and function, our hand is a critical part of our anatomy. Hand surgery deals with the area from the elbow to the fingertip, which is commonly prone to injuries. Jehangir Hospital is one of the few hospitals that offers hand surgery as a super speciality, where even the smallest injury is assessed by a doctor specialized in hand injuries.
मेन म्हणजे त्यांचं जे कॉपरेशन जे आमच्याकडे होतं ना, जे पेशंटला एक भीती असते, त्या पद्धतीनेच आम्ही गेल्या वर्षी त्यांचं ऑपरेशन केलं. त्यांनी डॉक्टर वायगावकरांनी जो हात अजिबातच उचलत नव्हता त्यांचा, तो असं टोटली हलायला लागला. त्याच्यानंतर आता थोडासा एवढा जो वरती मूवमेंट येण्यासाठी आता परत फेब्रुवारीमध्ये आम्ही लास्ट इयर आता मग गेल्या महिन्यात ऑपरेशन केलं. त्या टायमाला मीन्स आता त्यांचं आता थोडंफार अजून मुवमेंट व्हायला, पण आम्हाला डॉक्टर अभिजित वायगावकर डॉक्टर जहांगीर हॉस्पिटलचा खूप चांगला अनुभव आलेला आहे की त्यांनी मीन्स पैशाच्या ऐवजी पहिलं तर पेशंटकडे जास्त महत्त्व दिलं.
I got a finger fracture and the fracture was really unstable. So doctor recommended me to put K wires. So before the surgery even he showed me the x-ray how it was very unstable, and the surgery went smoother than I expected. The staff was really good. They tried to make me feel normal during the surgery. The doctor played a soft music so that I could divert my mind during the surgery. And even after the surgery he showed me in the x-ray what exactly he did. And I could immediately start the movement after the surgery, which was quite good for me.
Right from industrial accidents to road traffic accidents, crushed or mangled extremities, children born with differences of the hand, what we call as congenital differences of the hand, children who are born without fingers, without thumb, children who are born with paralytic upper extremities, young people who meet with the road traffic accidents that leads to paralysis of the upper limb, wrist problems, elbow problems, shoulder problems. So this is the spectrum of problems that we treat as a hand surgeon, utilizing different techniques.
One of the most rampant diseases today is cancer. But modern technology and radical treatment strategies have today revolutionized the quality of life for cancer patients. With a daycare facility for rehabilitation and other essential and advanced treatment under one roof, Jehangir Hospital helps in easing cancer cure.
A daycare is a very special place because patients are very traumatized with cancer when they go through their treatments and chemotherapy. Patients receive free dietary advice, they get free breathing exercises, yoga advice, they get psychological counseling, all during their chemotherapy. So it is more or less some sort of a holistic treatment. And recently we've added a scalp cooling machine to our unit, which is the first of its kind in a hospital in Pune, which prevents the hair loss associated with chemo.
From being called a dead science in the 70s and 80s to being one of the most progressive and innovative sciences today, neurology has come a long way. Jehangir Hospital has some of the most experienced neurosurgeons in Pune.
We started for the first time, I think maybe in the country, a neuro ICU, where only neurological cases were treated in the ICU and not a general ICU. So it became a very focused and specialized area of expertise of this hospital. And this concept of neuro-intensive care became very prevalent all over the country.
The Pediatric Surgery department is the oldest in the hospital and takes pride in its expertise, teamwork and infrastructure.
Good part of Jehangir is the teamwork that we have. So we have a very good understanding, and that also helps us in managing the cases very well. So we have specialists from every field. So there are a lot of subspecialties. Another category, because of our very good neonatal intensive care unit, we are able to manage babies as small as 600 grams, 700 grams. We've operated on such small babies also.
Jehangir Hospital has almost 50 bedded pediatric unit, and out of that we have 16 bedded sunshine ward, which deals with children only in that ward, and it's almost 16 bedded. We have an NICU, neonatal ICU, which deals with critically ill neonates born in Jehangir and outborn. We have pediatric surgery, pediatric endocrinology, pediatric hematology, pediatric nephrology, everything is taken care apart from general pediatric.
The intensive care unit at Jehangir Hospital comprises of a highly trained team of medical personnel and well-equipped machinery. But more importantly, it is the specialized care given to each patient that builds the trust of those who come here.
Intensive care unit is a resource intensive unit. It is resource intensive in terms of nursing, in terms of doctors, and we have 8 consultants. We have 3 consultants in the morning, we have 2 in the afternoon shift, and we have 1 in the night shift. Very few hospitals have a night cover with an intensivist round the clock. So ours is a hospital which basically where the motto is care. So we have a specialist consultant in intensive care round the clock to give 24/7 cover 365 days of the year.
Having done pioneering work in hypothyroidism, diabetes, and bone health of children, the Pediatric Research Wing at Jehangir Hospital is exclusively dedicated to growth disorders in children.
We primarily are pediatric endocrinologists. That means we are children's hormone and growth specialists. So what we essentially do here is study the growth of children, study growth disorders, as well as study the hormonal disorders in children. And another major portion of our work is diabetes in children, which is growing like wildfire, nobody knows why, and it's a very difficult disease. The reason is you have to inject children 4 times a day, all life, and you have to check their sugars 3 to 4 times and constantly be in touch with doctors and make sure that everything is perfect.
Jehangir is equipped with facilities for a wide array of organ transplants and has successfully processed the maximum number of kidney transplants.
Transplant has evolved over the last so many years. Now we are having better drugs which have reduced the rejection episodes that we normally used to have. We are having induction agents, and nowadays for the last 2-3 years we've started doing ABO incompatible, which we couldn't have thought of when we started off.
The Wellness Center at Jehangir caters to all aspects of preventive care. It offers wellness packages to patients for rational, evidence-based remedial measures ranging from lifestyle advice, vaccinations, stress evaluation, and much more.
First of all, the people who come over here are not sick. They are well. Okay? They are not patients, they are guests. When they come in here, they are coming to ensure that they continue to stay well. That's the approach we've taken. It's preventive and predictive healthcare. So it's predictive because of the investigations. It's preventive because the investigations give us markers as to how these people can improve their lifestyles, and if there are any aberrations, then how do we deal with them. Which is why it's known as wellness and not a health check. If you are a person who's looking at their health, his health or her health completely from the point of view of a holistic approach, that I don't need to just be well, I need to be better. I need to have quality of life for as long as I live. If I'm a woman and I have small children, I have a job or not, homemaking is a full-time job. I have so many social demands on me, I have physical demands on me being a woman. I may be a 25-year-old or a 50-year-old, the demands will change. I need to have a place where I can go, ensure that I continue to stay well, ensure that hidden problems don't stay hidden, ensure that I can face those problems if they ever do surface, and I have the necessary resources to take care of all of them.
The well-equipped in-house laboratory at Jehangir Hospital helps in conducting a wide range of tests simultaneously and drastically reduces the critical time taken in treatment and diagnosis.
The Jehangir Hospital laboratory has grown with the hospital, and as all new institutions had a small beginning, but it has rapidly progressed over the last few years to today provide full functional support to the hospital. Frozen section service is quite an important service for oncology surgeons and for certain other specialties like pediatrics. In frozen section provides the ability for the hospital to say whether the surgery is adequate, or if the tissue taken out at surgery is appropriate. And it is a service that provides an answer in between, say, 10 to 15 minutes while the patient is being operated is on and under anesthesia.
The management of Jehangir Hospital has been promoting academic activities since its inception. The hospital is affiliated to the Medical Council of Internship Program.
Learning is a part of the life of a doctor. It never ends till he reaches his grave. So getting updated in various new discoveries, new inventions, new findings in medicine is an ongoing process. So thereby we have to keep on looking at the syllabuses and updating them on a regular basis. Also, as more and more branches tend to grow because of various development in medicine, we tend to add them in the curriculum. We tend to educate our students, train them in these subjects also.
Jehangir Hospital encourages a healthy mind, body and spirit. And with an expert team of medical professionals and specialists, it is successfully working towards ensuring good health for all.